Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle, and today we are going to talk about how to be grateful, and also we're going to talk about appreciation and how to see people and value people. It's going to be so good. Today I'm up filming in my room because we have a lot of people here and they're all downstairs. So I've talked about this on my channel a lot, and in order to be grateful, you're going to have to really focus on all the things that are going right in your life, and you're going to have to focus on all the things that you have that bring value to your life and that make your life easy and enjoyable. And I think a lot of times the easiest way to become grateful is to look at all those things that do bring value in your life and imagine what life would be like without them. So sometimes in life we will take things or people for granted. And what that means is that we just fail to see the value, or we underestimate the value that they are bringing into our life. Some common things that I think that we can all take for granted sometimes, and these things are really simple, but just imagine your life without them. And one of those things would be hot water. Imagine, how uncomfortable it would feel to take a cold shower every day or a cold bath every day. Even though I know there's a lot of people out there that do take cold showers in the morning to reduce inflammation in the body, that's really good for you. Taking a cold shower is definitely not for me, so I'm so grateful for hot water. How about electricity? A lot of us take electricity for granted. Just think about what life would be like without electricity. We wouldn't be able to have a refrigerator so we can keep our food cold and so that our food can last longer. Maybe if you have an electric stove like I do, you wouldn't be able to cook. Of course, you wouldn't be able to have light at night to read or to do your activities. It would be super dark and we'd have to use candles. A lot of people love technology and they wouldn't have the capabilities of watching television or using their PCs or their laptops or charging their cell phones. So it's just simple things like this that you can be grateful for and realize the value that they do add and bring to your life. And speaking of technology, we're walking around with these phones in our pockets that have all kinds of information inside of them for anything that you could ever need. It's like a portable library at your fingertips. And I don't think a lot of people realize the power that you do hold in your pocket when it comes to this cell phone and using the internet. There is unlimited data on there, unlimited information. Anything that you need to know the answer to is there. You can learn so much in life, and I think it's a wonderful tool to use for learning. I use it daily, and I am super grateful for technology. Even though it has its challenges and we don't really know how to use it properly yet, I am still grateful for it to be able to use as a tool to educate myself. And what about the health of your body? I think a lot of people take their bodies for granted, and a lot of people can't value their health until they went to the doctor and now there's something wrong with them. Maybe you've got high blood pressure. Maybe you have to, you've gotten diagnosed with something. Now you have to go on medication. You know, but there are things that we can do to keep our body and be grateful for our body. And I can go all day about that, but when you lose your health is when you realize how valuable your health is. So be grateful for your health and try to keep your body healthy and put good foods in your mouth and drink your water and move your body. It's real simple. But what about our spouses and all they do? Just think about, if you didn't have your spouse, how much, and think about all the value they bring to your life, and think about if they weren't here, what the void would be. That's a good way to really become grateful for your spouse and even your children and all the joy they bring to you. Even though kids can bring heartache too, I think kids are some of the best teachers that can help you grow as a person, and they teach you so much. And I'm so grateful for kids in that aspect because my children teach me on a daily basis how to be myself. They teach me how to treat others properly. They test me, and sometimes I pass the test, and sometimes I don't. So, but of course, imagining life without your children, and that's enough to just become grateful in itself. So yeah, just things like that. Just try to focus on staying grateful for the things you have and the people you have in your life. Okay, so now let's talk about appreciation. So, to appreciate someone or something means that you judge it in a heightened state of awareness, or perception or understanding. So, in order to appreciate anyone or anything, you have to be fully aware of the value that it brings to your life, and you have to really grasp its worth, the high quality of it or the person, and the significance that they bring into your life. So, appreciate also means to increase in value. And you'll hear this term about your investments that you make in life, such as your car or your house. You'll hear people talk about things that appreciate over time. So, how do we appreciate people? How do we invest in people that way? So, if you're going to have anything appreciate and value, that means that you have put in time, effort, and energy to invest in it. Or we could say this person. But not only does appreciation of people benefit you, it also benefits them because you're investing in them, but also they're bringing you value. So you see how it's a equal exchange of energy, a give and a take on both ends. So we should invest in the relationships that we see this value in, this growth that we can potentially, create between two people. And the ones that you see don't bring a lot of value to your life, or the ones that you've outgrown, we can kind of like let them go a little bit. But sometimes when we don't tend to our relationships and people in our lives, they start to depreciate. And for something to depreciate, that just means that it loses its value. Kind of like when you drive a car off the lot, it loses its value, it goes way down. But not only that, if you don't upkeep the car, or you can even use your house as an example, if you don't, keep the maintenance up on anything, you can use this for relationships as well, it's going to lose its value in your life. And not only that, it's going to lose its value in general because it's been neglected. So there's another definition to appreciation that I like to practice, and it just simply means that when you like something, you can appreciate it, and you don't have to own it, and you don't have to take it home with you, and you don't have to go out and buy one yourself, or you don't have to take it from someone else. Kind of like if you're walking through a field and you see beautiful flowers, okay? You can appreciate that flower. You can appreciate its beauty just by standing there and looking at it and taking it in. You can smell it, you can admire its petals. That's appreciating something, okay? But you don't have to pick it, you don't have to own it in order to appreciate it. You can just let the flower be and let it be there in its beauty and all its splendor. And I think that's really good to do things like that in life when it comes to people or things. Sometimes people can have toys in life, and you can appreciate it from afar, but it doesn't mean that you have to own it in order to appreciate it. And most likely I will use this when I see certain qualities in a person that I'll appreciate about them. Like maybe there's a beautiful woman and she's beautiful, and even her countenance is beautiful, and she's intelligent, and I can appreciate that. But it doesn't mean that I'm less than that, or I need to kind of take that on for myself in order to be beautiful. But I do appreciate beauty and weirdness in other people and interesting aspects in other people. And so that's what you do. You don't have to own it in order to appreciate things in life either. So, in order to be grateful for a person or to appreciate them, you're going to have to really become present with them and notice all the things they do for you in life. Become aware of the things that you appreciate in them as a person, and even the little small things in life. Another way to become grateful in your life is to actually be content. Be content with the things that you do have already and that you already have in your life. Realizing how lucky you are to have those things or to have those people in life, because there are people out there that don't have it like you have it. One of the things I like to do is be grateful for all of the bad relationships I've had in my life when it comes to friendships and people that I just don't jive with. I'm super grateful for those people in my life, for the people that have triggered me, and for the people that have shown me the ugly parts of myself. I am so grateful for that, because it shows me my weaknesses, and it shows me my tender spots, and it shows me what I need to work on and where I need to grow. But if you can take these experiences and be grateful for them and not think, why is this happening happening to me and start thinking, what is this person teaching me? You know, then that's when you kind of wake up and you're like, whoa, this is actually really good for me and really beneficial for me. And this one is super important. Be grateful when you feel really good. Be grateful when you feel fucking amazing. And be grateful when you feel relaxed and happy and you're just enjoying life and you can take those deep breaths and breathe. Those moments are some of my favorite moments in life where I can like just take in the moment and be present. So let's go back to appreciation. So to appreciate something means you need to invest in it, your time and your energy, right? Let's think about a plant and how if you have a plant in your home and if you don't nurture it and if you don't water it and if you don't, show it any attention, it shrivels up and dies. So, but the more that you feed the plant, fertilizer, and the more you keep its leaves clean and you water it every day, and some people even talk to their plants, I've talked to mine before, and you give it all the sunshine and the love it needs, that plant is going to grow up and it's going to blossom and it's going to be vibrant and it's going to be beautiful, and it's that way because you have invested in this plant, and this plant is valuable to you. And not only that, it's giving you something back. You get to appreciate its beauty and the fact that it filters out the air in your house if it's inside of your house, and things like that. So let's use this plant analogy and turn it on our relationships. If you don't invest in the people that bring value into your life, then they're going to shrivel up and die out. The relationships will. And if you don't invest, your energy and support them and, build them up, it's not going to be a vibrant, happy person. Now, we all need to be able to make ourselves happy and be vibrant alone, but it's good to have relationships that are supportive and that do see the value that you bring in life and that do put the energy into it. Now, not all the relationships that you have that have fallen away in your life doesn't mean that you didn't value the person enough. Sometimes people just outgrow people, and sometimes they just kind of go out of our life due to changes in ourselves and how we grow and change, and even like maybe a change in location, and we're just no longer a match anymore. There's relationships like that, and that's just part of life, and we have to accept it. Because as I've been saying over and over again, nothing is forever, and all these things are temporary. And I think that's so they don't really go away. They just kind of transmute and change into something else. Sometimes your relationships become redefined when you kind of outgrow them a little bit. But that's fine. That's the way everything does in life. And I think that's why it's so important that when you are in relationship with people, and even we're talking about things too, that you really appreciate it and appreciate the time that you have with them and appreciate the moments that you have with them, because we know that these moments don't last forever. Everything changes in life. We change. The people around us change. The world changes. People move, people go on, and they leave this earth. There's all kinds of things that can transpire. So be very grateful for the moments that you do have by becoming ultra present in people's lives. And I think a really good way to explain how to be present is through a quote that I saw in the movie Avatar recently. So in the movie Avatar, the blue people have this saying, and they say, "I see you." And it's not like, "Oh, I just see you." And what they mean by that is when they say, "I see you," they mean when you see me, you bring me into existence. And when they say, "I see you," it means they see the love, your feelings, your soul, and that you mean everything to them. And so that's really appreciation, and that's a lesson that you can take when you can really see people like that. And there's also this really powerful word that I learned in Hebrew recently, and that word is hineni. So we're talking about I see you, right? And when the people use this term hineni, it means here I am. But not only that, it means I'm in your presence and I'm fully here and I'm responsible to you and whatever it is that you need. And I'm responding to your being. fully open and willing to do whatever. And to me, this word Hanani is just super powerful. That is like the ultimate definition of being present with a person and appreciating the person and being grateful for the person and showing value, that they are valued, that you are just totally 100% focused, aware, and responsible to them and whatever it is that they need from you in that moment. And I think that's beautiful. So I think I'll just conclude it right there, and I'll leave you with that, because that term Hanani and I see you from Avatar is just so very powerful. And I want to let you guys know that I do see you, and I see that you guys are watching and liking the videos, and some of you guys have reached out and messaged me about some and told me in person that you're watching them, and I'm so grateful. And I'm grateful for all of my subscribers that I have, even though it's a few. And yeah, I see you guys, and I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys next week. Bye bye.